Hello, everyone. Go ahead and stand. We're going to say the pledge here in a second. I'd like to welcome everybody, especially our guests. Thank you so much for coming. We are starting a few minutes early because we have a huge program today, and we are skipping Happy Bucks, even though I know everybody's happy today. I am Stephen Hammers. I'm your president, well, the Rotarian president. Thank you. I don't need that, but thank you. I appreciate it. We're going to jump right in on this June 13th Rotary meeting. We're going to have the invocation by Jim Villers and the pledge and forward test by Bert Bradford.
Would you vow with me, please? Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you with many things going on in our country, our world. We just ask for protection for our peacemakers, our sheriff's deputies, policemen, firemen. We just ask your hand to be around them in conflicts if they come. We just ask that there be no conflicts, Father, in this country, but we just ask you to protect them if you do. We ask you to be with Israel, Father, and we just, we know that's your beloved nation, Father. Just put your hand on them. Father, we ask you to be with the McCarthy family as they grieve the loss of Bill, and we grieve the loss of Bill. I also ask you to be with Curry Andrews as he goes to Michigan without his beloved Jane. Just give him peace and comfort. We thank you for this food. We thank you for everything that's been given to us, and we just look forward to this meeting. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Will you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance now the four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First, second, third, fourth, and
I hope so. Thank you. I don't think we're, Jennifer, there you are.
Here I am.
Starting from outside, wow.
It's so nice to see so many guests in the room today for our scholarship awards. Today, I will just be introducing the Rotary guests, and all the scholarship families and winners will be introduced during the program. So Sarah has a guest as I catch them walking over with their food. How about if we come back to you? We have, yes, we have a morning club guest, Clark Hildebrand. Clark, sorry, I just walked in, so I don't know where you are. Oh, you're in the food line too. Okay, everybody welcome Clark. He's for makeup. We're always glad to see morning club. And Asan has a very special guest with him, Mr. Danny. Danny, okay, I loved it. Stand up, Danny. Yeah, why? Okay, I know. We love Danny. He's been to our house. He's a great kid. Everybody welcome. He could be a future Rotarian or Interact member. Let's start at Interact.
Thank you. I wanted to introduce the club to my friend, Lee Booley. Lee is the library director at the John P. Hull Brentwood Library across the street. We are very honored that she chose to join our city in her current role. She's fantastic. If you haven't met her yet, please come say hello.
All right, so I think that's it, unless we miss somebody. Everyone else should be with a scholarship, a school, a family of a recipient. Is that correct? I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody. All right, thanks for coming, everybody, and have a nice week.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Jennifer. And definitely the students and their guests, will be introducing them later. So just a couple of quick announcements. Don't forget, we actually have our end of the Rotary year installation banquet, July 10th. The end of this Rotary year is actually the end of June, but we're not meeting July 4th, obviously. So on the 10th, we have our installation banquet. So make sure that's on your schedule. Make sure you reserve, and love to have you come and with your guest, spouse, better half, whatever. So it's going to be great. I think that's all I have. Don't forget, we've got the golf tournament coming up. Please ask. I know Larry appreciates me saying that. So we are not doing Happy Bucks today. So we are going to jump right into our program, and I'm going to invite Sybil Buchanan up to the podium.
Okay. Welcome, everyone, to the Rotary Club of Brentwood Scholarship Luncheon. Can y'all hear me? Today, we will meet our 2025 scholarship recipients and hear updates from past recipients, whether in person or by videos they've submitted. No one hated to miss this luncheon today more than my co-chair, Michael Kaplan, but he and his are down in Orlando watching his daughter compete in a national volleyball competition. However, I cannot thank Michael enough for all he has done to get us here today. The scholarship program is a team effort as our committee members read essays, evaluate work and community service, and appraise letters of recommendation to select one student from Brentwood High School, Ravenwood High School, John Overton High School, and for the third year, the Destin Legeza Memorial Scholarship. With very impressive lists of extracurricular activities, work experience, and especially academic achievements and awards, these selections are not easy. So the recipients we have chosen had to meet a very high bar. Now, I want to recognize the committee, and as I announce your name, I would ask that you please stand and stay standing, and let's hold our applause until the end. So first, Sheila Cleveland, Roger Greenup, Charles Grumman, Dale Llewellyn, Hunter McCarty, Peggy Ann Ray, Lori Reed, and Jim Ryan. Looks like 3 committee members are here. Okay. Thank you. We will also be giving a one-time $1,000 scholarship to our Interact Club presidents. And I wish to just thank the Interact advisors, Amber Nelson from Overton and Anne Louise Sewell from Brentwood, for their service to Rotary and upholding the principles of service above self. As I mentioned, a few years ago, we established the Destin Legeza Memorial Scholarship, which is awarded to a student from Williamson County who is attending MTSU and majoring in law enforcement or criminal justice. And we are so honored to have Destin's parents with us today, Scott Legeza and Julie Ray. And at this time, I would ask that Destin's dad, Scott, please come up and speak for a moment about your son and the man we honor with this scholarship.
Good afternoon, everybody. So I spoke to Jim yesterday or a couple days before, and he had asked me if I would give a little speech, and of course I agreed. But the promise that I made, or pact that I made with Jim, is if I get to rambling too much, Jim's supposed to pull the cord on me. Okay, so I'm hoping this is the right forum to do this, but I'll be brief. And well, I guess I'll just go ahead and get started. My name is Scott Legeza. It is an honor to be here today. I have been in law enforcement for 31 years and currently a police lieutenant with the Franklin Police Department. I am the father of Destin Legeza, who was an FTO with the Brentwood Police Department. My son, Destin, was tragically killed at the age of 30 in the line of duty on June the 18th, 2020. My son Destin was a beacon of dedication, integrity, and courage. He was taken from us far too soon by a senseless and reckless act. Destin was one of the greatest gifts that God blessed me with and his mother Julie. He had a welcoming personality, a contagious smile, a loving spirit, and so many other esteemed attributes and so special. I'm so grateful for having been able to watch him grow throughout his life and become such a distinguished young. Are you pulling the plug, Jim? Huh? Okay. All right. As Destin transitioned into becoming an adult, I admired how he chose to live life, both personally and professionally. Destin's journey to find and have happiness, along with so many other positive aspects in his life, they inspired me and they inspired others. Destin genuinely cared about others, and they all loved him, and they really loved him so very much, and he loved them back. I will forever cherish every memory I made with my son, and I always will wish that he had been given more time to create many more memories. Although I can never physically touch my son again. Pause. He will always live inside my soul. Destin was more than just my son. He was a husband, he was a brother, he was a friend, he was a colleague, and he was my hero. From a young age, he looked up to the men and women in uniform, inspired by their commitment to justice and their unwavering resolve to protect and serve. He carried that inspiration with him throughout his life and into his career to become a police officer. To see him fulfill his dream, to watch him become a man of honor and service was one of my greatest joys. Being here to recognize such a deserving person, Nicole, with the Destin Legaza Scholarship is such an honor, and I will always be grateful for the Brentwood Rotary Club, the Brentwood Police Department, and this community of Brentwood for your continuing love and support. Today is just a reminder that my son Destin's legacy is always remembered and never forgotten. I want to thank you for having me here today, and I'm going to probably do something off script here. Is it okay if I can call Nicole up here? Is that okay? Nicole, can you come over here a second? So we made these coins in our profession. They're called challenge coins, and this one's pretty special because it has my son's image, his face on the coin, and it also has Brentwood Police Department's badge on the backside. But these coins are very special, and they're not given out to just anyone. But because Nicole, you have received this scholarship, I want to present you with one of these very special coins. And in your journey, in your college journey, when you're having a bad day, pull this coin out. It's going to be Destin looking over you and getting you through that hard day that you might be having. He may not be here physically, but he will protect you spiritually. So here you go. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Scott. So at this time, I would like to turn the program over to our wonderful MC, Charles Grumman.
That was can we do that? Charles Grumman. Yeah. You know, I need that. I'm hanging on by a thin thread at all times. Hey, thank you so much for being here and making sure that we're in the dark. I don't know who we pissed off to not get the electric bill, but this is a fun program every year. As you know, we give a number of scholarships away to kids and our young adults in our community. And this is the year that we get to meet the new ones and check in with the ones that are coming back. This is the time of year we get to wonder if our kids are smart enough to compete with these kids, and to know for a fact that we definitely were not. So without any further ado, let's jump into it. Now, we had a few extras who I just spoke with. So I'm going to start with the ones. Hannah, can we start with you? All right. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. As you know, I was trying to add a little element of fun to this. So this year we're going to get the interviews starting with Hannah. And then I'm going to ask for a volunteer and we're going to have a little trivia competition between the generations. So I'm going to ask for a volunteer, a club member who turned 18 in a specific target year. So it'll be trivia that you should be familiar with. And you're going to get to ask the student that question. The student's going to get to ask you a question from people who are around 18 now. And we're going to see who knows the others' generations better. So prepare that. Start doing the math to figure out when you were 18. Okay. Hannah, how about you got to stand? If I got to stand, you got to stand. All right. Hannah.
Perfect. I went to Ravenwood, G2 Bar. Good to be a Ravenwood Raptor. I graduated in 2022. I go to Vanderbilt. I'm studying biomedical engineering on the pre-medicine track. My dad. My dad's name is Sejoy. He's the best. Couldn't have done it without him. I'm a medical scribe in the emergency room. I do research. I'm on a dance team, so pretty busy, yeah. I want to go to medical school and be a doctor. It's quite difficult. The ultimate weed out. It was hard. Ooh, on the spot. What? Let's see. Last year, back in the fall, I was pretty busy with scribing. So I'll give you guys a day in the life. How about that? Okay, so I would get up, I would go to my class. I had 3 classes in the morning, and then I would head over to my lab, working on a manuscript, so I was working on that. And then I'd have a shift start at the emergency room, which they were 7-hour shifts. So I'd clock in at 3 o'clock and I'd get home at 10. It's quite long, but definitely had some very interesting stories. You guys would be surprised. I'll give you guys, I don't know, that might be violating HIPAA. I don't know if I can say all that, but all I'll say is there were some very interesting stories and I learned a ton. So then I get back and do my homework and on to the next day. So yeah, jam-packed schedule, but learning a lot and seriously could not have done it without everyone's support in this room.
Hey, you ready?
Sure.
What's that? 48-ish. 45 and 55. Come on. I know, but I know. You do. All right. Here's your question. All right. Great. You get that question. Stand up. Yep. All right. Now, there's the question. Go.
That one? Translate the phrase, she's a full-on Monet.
Oh. Full-on Monet.
I have no idea.
Oh, come on.
A very famous line from a movie from 1995.
She's a full-on Monet. Does anyone in the room know what?
Who's the MC?
Ready for
we're standing still now. Wait up there. 2 points.
No.
1 point and some other grown up.
Laura Troop.
Clueless reference. Clueless reference. All right. Thank you, Hannah. All right. So grown-ups are winning 1-0, or club members, because they're all grown-ups, right? Club members winning 1-0. Okay, here we go. Who else was on here? Who else was my late additions? You were Evan, right? Stand up, Evan. Good to see you again. We'll get you a mic. Yeah, you're right. All right. Evan, where'd you go to high school?
I went to Franklin High.
Franklin High, another good school. Excellent. What year did you graduate?
2021.
2021. And where do you go to college?
MTSU.
MTSU, fine school. What are you majoring in?
Criminal justice.
Criminal justice, excellent. When are you going to graduate?
Hopefully 2027.
Hopefully. Are your parents here? Do they know about hopefully?
Ranger.
Okay, all right. I got a kid in college. If he told me hopefully, I'd be like, whoa, 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 whoa. What do you mean? I saved so much money, you need to finish. All right. Who's with you today? You got family today here? Okay, excellent. All right. And what do you do outside of school?
I started running. Not.
Nice.
Yeah. Last time I was here, my story was about going out to the Grand Canyon with my grandfather. And really close right here. Is that good? Yeah. And I told a story about how he was almost in better shape than me. Anyway.
Go right ahead.
Anyway, afterwards, my brother was like, "Why would you tell them that you're in bad shape if you're a criminal justice major?" And it inspired me to start going out and running so I could get in a little better shape. And thanks to you guys' way, I have seen some nice, beautiful parks around the area, and I'm improving my mile. Still not quite to where I was in high school, but we're getting there. Just barely. Just barely. 742.
We inspired you to improve your physical fitness.
Inspired me.
Excellent. Someday, some bad guy, you're going to chase that SOB down, and you're going to be like, I got you because of the Brentwood Rotary Club.
That's right.
Nice. Excellent. Love it. Will you call us when that happens?
I'll give you a call.
Excellent. Love it. All right. Let's see. Career goals. Apparently, you're going to be in law enforcement.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you do forensics where you never chase anybody, you're going to be like, I wasted a lot of time jogging. Yeah. All right. Okay. And we did the story. There you go. All right. You ready to play the game? Let's do it. Here we go. Nobody remembers 1958, Dick. All right. This is not your moment, Dick. All right, here we go. Ready? Can you read that? I know it's tiny. First rock and roll hit, stop the billboard. Oh, wait. You first, sorry. Students. First rock and roll hit to top the charts. 2 points. Nope, no hints. He has no idea. Students, other students, first rock and roll chart hit to hit the charts, 1955. No, we're trying to win here. It's us against them. All right. However, they lost, so we can steal. Do you know? Okay. Nice. Yes. All right. 2 points for the members. 2 points for the members. All right. Okay. Over to him. Yep. Yes. Now we got to do the oh, okay, here we go. We forgot to do the one for the grown-ups though, didn't we? Okay. All right, here's this one for us. I'm sorry, we forgot to do this before. Yeah, the top one. Okay.
Really close. What social media app gives you a daily 2-minute window to post a photo from your front and back camera at the same time?
TikTok.
No. No, that's good. All right. Hey, run out, hey, run out now. Go ahead.
You real? Yeah.
You guys. Okay. Who's next? How are we doing on time? We're doing good. We had one more right here, right? Stand up. All right. And remind me what your name is? Oh, Nicole. No, sit down. You're later. Who was the third person? Sorry. We're coming back to you. There we go. MJ. All right, MJ. Come on up. MJ, where'd you go to high school? Really close.
I went to Brentwood High School.
Ooh, that's really good. That's a good school. Now, it's getting late. My son graduated a few years ago. Do you remember him? Xander Grumman? Okay, excellent. Close. Okay. All right. What year did you graduate?
I graduated in 2021.
Oh, I think you graduated the same year, so you know. Okay. And where do you go to college?
I went to Washington University in St. Louis. I graduated.
Congrats. I'm going to St. Louis like tomorrow morning to go visit a client. Yeah. How long is the drive?
Like 4.5, 5 hours.
Okay, good. All right, excellent. Great school, by the way. Good job. What was your major?
I double majored in economics and strategy and Spanish with a minor in international business.
Oh, that's so cool. What are you going to do with that?
So post-grad, I'll be working full-time in San Francisco at Google doing product marketing.
Wow. I want to be just like you. That's awesome. Because I don't want to chase down bad guys. No offense, Evan. That sounds like a lot of work. He's going to work in an air-conditioned office. You're never going to have to run. Right. Yeah. All right. All right. Excellent. Hey, before we go on, let's introduce your folks.
Yeah, this is my mom and this is my dad with me.
Do they have names?
Their names are mom and dad. Candace Brown and Marvin Brown.
Excellent. Thank you, Caitlin and Marvin, for coming. All right. Activities outside of school.
Activities outside of school. I tutor, so I help people with like prepare for their interviews a lot with the Career Center at my school. And then I also just in St. Louis, I like enjoying and like finding new coffee shops around St. Louis. So yeah.
Cool. That sounds great. All right. And career goals, what are you going to do? Apparently you're going to work for Google.
Yeah. So like tech marketing is what I'm going into at least.
Okay. Excellent. And tell us a 1-minute story that's funny, interesting, or revealing about you.
Just something interesting that I did this year, like my senior year, is I randomly joined the salsa dance team at my school. So like have never danced before ever, but was really fun auditioning for it. And I just joined the team and it's been a good time.
Excellent. You are so lucky we're short on time because I would totally make you salsa dance. So make you salsa dance. I'm dying that I didn't have that time. Okay, let's play a little trivia. We need somebody who turned 18 more or less. Did I get these? In 1970. So born more or less in 1950, 52, 55, somewhere in that range. Come on. People are so shy. There we go. Give that man a mic. Over here. I'm the mic. All right, you stay there, MJ. All right. Stand up. You got to stand up. All right. Here's the question. Sorry, it's tiny. I can barely read it. I know. Okay. All right. You're still competing. I'll read it out loud. Okay. In 1970, this was the year that the blank age officially dropped from 21 to 18. What was changed and why? Students first. I don't want to hear the crosstalk. Students, MJ first. MJ, what changed from 21 to 18 and why?
Like in that year.
Yes, in 1970.
I have no idea.
Really? 21 to 18? That doesn't like jump out at you? All right, okay. All right, students. All right, he can miss the chance to get 2. Students can still get 1. Are you a student? Oh, what's your name? Oh, thank God. Okay, you're on my list. Good, I'm coming. Students, it is the voting age, and why? I would agree. Yes, excellent. Well done. All right. That's 1 point. 1 point for the students. Is somebody keeping track? I forgot to name a all right, here we go. I forgot to name a scorekeeper. Somebody's keeping track. All right, now, for you all, where is it? Oh, it's up here. Here we go. All right.
Okay, what's the name of the AI character from Snapchat that you can message like a friend?
All right. Hey, Snapchat over there, you should know. Oh yeah, you obviously have no idea how Snapchat works because that was, yeah. All right. What's the name of your AI buddy on Snapchat? Members. Do members know? No member's going to admit they have Snapchat, even though half of them do. Nobody knows. Oh, actually, it was for you first, but he doesn't know either. Okay. All right. Okay. Students can steal.
I don't think I know either.
All right. You missed your chance for 2 points. Any other student know? What is the name? Yes. No, it's My AI. Kind of a trick question. Yeah, My AI. I'm sorry, I didn't take it up with Snapchat. All right. Thank you, MJ. Thanks for coming back. Okay. Now we get on to the official program. We're good. All right. Now I need, oh gosh, I asked you how to pronounce your name and Azariah. Yes. Awesome. All right. Stand up, Azariah. What's your name?
Azariah.
Where'd you go to high school?
Ravenwood.
Okay, you got to go look that way. Come over here so everyone can see it. Ravenwood, G2B something.
Great to be Raven Raptor.
Oh, okay, G2 bar. All right. Where'd you graduate?
Oh, in May.
In May. This year,
Yeah.
2025. Excellent. Where are you going to go to school?
Belmont in the fall.
Belmont. Excellent school. What are you going to major in?
Neuroscience.
Ooh, fancy. And by the way, this question should be higher up. Who's with you?
This is my mom, Fiona, and my dad, Philip.
Hello, Fiona and Philip. Thank you for coming. See, he knew their names. All right. What do you do outside of school?
I play the piano and percussion, and I also work at a pharmacy.
Wow, that's so much. Career goals? What are you going to do?
I want to be a pediatric neurologist.
Oh, that's amazing. There's a pediatric. For some reason, that's familiar. That's really cool.
Thank you.
And tell us a story about your life.
Last summer, I got to go to the city of Chicago with my church's youth group. So that was a cool experience. We got to help serve the homeless and low-income families. So we set up a hot dog stand for them and a car wash station and like a day camp for the kids. So it was really cool being able to, be the hands and feet of Jesus and kind of serve the population there. It definitely gave me a new perspective on life and broadened my horizons. Wow. Maybe medical mission trips. Sure.
Anyone more left? I'm gonna pick someone with gray hair. Look out. Lots of boys there. Are you ready? You're ready. Okay, here we go. Beat that. Excellent.
In 1963, which iconic music group released their first album entitled Please, Please Me?
Do you know for 2 points?
I have no clue.
No? Future neurosurgeon has no clue. All right, students, so you missed your chance on 2. Can you get 1? Everyone in this room over 30 is like, oh my God, how can you not get this? No students, no, please, please me. Yes, Evan! Evan winning. Thank you very much, Evan. Well, I am on the other team. Bad job, Evan. Okay, great. 1 point for the students. Excellent. Is anybody keeping track? Nobody's keeping track. All right. You ready to?
Yes.
Go ahead.
What does it mean when someone says Riz?
Oh, we got George, you get first shot at that. What does it mean when someone says Riz? He's got Riz. George has no idea, and no one is surprised. Another member. Here we go. That's right, isn't it? Yes. Correct. Riz is short for charisma. I didn't know that either, except I think my daughter told me. So thank you. All right. So we got 1 point for that, although nobody's keeping track, but we'll run the video later. It's all recorded, right? Yeah, okay. All right. Thank you, Azariah. Thank you for playing. Best of luck. Okay, now Allison. Where's Allison? There we go. Allison's here. It's supposed to be 12:30. Oh my gosh, it's 12:34. Look at that. Right on time. I can slow down. Caught up. Okay, Allison. Who's with you?
My mom, Gail, my
Gail.
dad, Mark, my grandma, Nancy, and my grandpa, Chuck.
And our question answer.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chuck. Okay, excellent. And where'd you go to high school?
I went to Brentwood High School.
Excellent. That's the best school. Do we have a catchy?
G2 B of B.
Did we say that?
G2 Bab. Good to be a Brentwood Bruin.
G2. Okay, I like that. Okay, where are you going to go to school, or where? Yeah, where are you going to go to school?
I'm going to go to Lipscomb.
Lipscomb. Excellent. What are you going to major in?
A double major in management and entrepreneurship.
Sounds awesome. What do you do besides school?
I do a lot. I'm really involved in my church, in my youth group. And then I guess before I graduated, I was in Best Buddies. So that's like building friendships with students with special needs. And then I also did an entrepreneurship program in WCS.
Wow. What was the entrepreneurship? Did you like start a business?
Yes. So it's located at Franklin High School in their annex building. But it's just kind of like a business incubator.
Okay. Did you incubate a business?
Yes. I'm currently on my third one. So I
A
incubated,
serial entrepreneur. Okay.
except they kind of failed. I don't know if that counts.
Hey, if you don't fail as an entrepreneur, you're not trying hard. You probably haven't tried yet, right? Yeah. Who here has started a company that failed? Come on, somebody. You're supposed to be proud of that. Yes. If you there you go. If you haven't started a company that's failed, you haven't started very many companies, right? Yeah. Good job, Kip. Well done. All right. That's good. Post-college plans.
Hopefully own my own business.
Yeah, that would be disappointing if that was not your answer. Yeah.
Yes.
1 minute story about your life.
This is kind of a random one, but I thought it was cool because Lipscomb's kind of a small school, but the way that I met my roommate is because this year I served as the Tennessee delegate for the National Rural Electric Cooperative Association. So I was at their annual meeting and I met the New Jersey delegate. And then when I was looking on Instagram through the Lipscomb roommate page, I found that the New Jersey delegate followed who is now my roommate. And so it was just like a super cool way to meet my now roommate from New Jersey.
Excellent.
So just a fun connection of it being a small world.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. Thank you. All right. You ready to play our game? Okay. Actually, now I need a volunteer who turned 18 more or less 1968. Fun time to turn. So you're born more or less 1950. Uh-oh. Now, don't be that way. Who was born in 1950 more or less? Right here? Okay. Okay, good. I'm trying to think, is this cheating? Because you're okay. All right, now you're going up against your grandmother. You better intentionally take a dive. All right, here we go. So your question is this one right here in 1960.
In 1968, which influential science fiction film directed by Stanley Kubrick was released and became a landmark in cinema history? I would.
You guys have never seen a game show before. Okay. 1968, very famous movie.
I want to say Back to the Future.
Wow.
But I didn't.
Wow.
Guess that one.
All right. Those of us who were born in the early 70s, where Back to the Future came out when we were 18, that's how old she thinks we are. Yeah. No, that is incorrect. All right. Another student who thinks they know what movie 1968 Stanley Kubrick could not be more famous. You probably said quotes from this movie. Students are all over here. Evan? Yes! Evan! Evan is the star, the MVP of this student team. Thank you, Evan. And he will chase you down if you try to run. Yeah. All right. Okay. Awesome job. Okay. Now let's see what grandma knows.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Which movie?
Wait. Which movie featuring the iconic doll and starring Margot Robbie became a global phenomenon in 2023?
Oh. 2 points. 2 points. We need this. Chucky. Margot Robbie played Chucky. I'm 2020. All right, members. Barbie. 1 point for the members. We got Barbie. All right. Well, you got 1 point too, so we're even on that round. Okay. Thank you, Grandma. Remember, you were supposed to let her win. Okay, let's do a video. We have 4 members, 4 winners, previous winners.
So my name's Oshia Malhotra, and I've had the opportunity to serve as Brentwood High's Interact chapter president for the past 2 years. Unfortunately, I'm unable to come in for today's scholarship luncheon, but I still wanted to send in a video just talking about my experience as Interact president. So originally, I got involved with Rotary my sophomore year of high school during the Pancake Day event. This event was so much fun because not only did I get to make pancakes, but I really just got a glimpse into what Rotary is really about. And that's honestly what just really inspired me. So later that summer, I attended RILA, and I'd say that's where I had my main spark to start an Interact Club because not only did I learn how to be a leader in my own community, but I also learned how to bring those leadership skills within the school and kind of get other members to do the same. So that's what I did. My junior year of high school, I founded an Interact chapter, and I initially just gathered a small group of mostly my friends. So my friends were also interested in just giving back to the community and gaining volunteer hours. So that's exactly what we did. We volunteered at the One Gen Food Away packings. We volunteered at the Pancake Day event, even the river cleanups, and we honestly had a great time. We also hosted our own event my junior year of high school. So it was during the holiday season. And what we did was we made cards for the elderly at nursing homes. And the intent of this was just to get them in the good spirit during the holiday times. So that was honestly so much fun. And we had a great outcome and turnout. So many members showed up. And we honestly made around, I think, 50 cards, which we were able to give to the nursing home. So that was amazing. Um, but yeah, my senior year of high school, we've continued to volunteer at these events, but honestly, our chapter has grown because now it's not only just my friends, we've also gained members from different grade levels, such as now we have more freshmen, sophomores, even juniors. So it's not solely seniors, which is really great. And we've continued to volunteer at these same events that we did in the past, like even the Franklin Rodeo, the Christmas Parade. We've always seen people just attending these events. But outside of that, actually, I talked to a few of these members about my experience attending RILA last year, or 2 years ago, sorry. And this honestly inspired members to do the same. So I was able to help guide some of the members through applying to this camp. So that's also been really fun. And yeah, that's been my experience as Interact president. I'm really excited to see what Brentwood's Interact Club continues to do over these next few years. And also, I would like to thank everyone for the scholarship. It honestly means so much to me. And I am looking forward to just being involved with Rotary even when I'm at college. So, yes, thank you so much.
Excellent. Okay, we are gonna move on to Nicole. Where's Nicole? Nicole, excellent. Okay, okay, come back. All right. Now, I want to warn, there are 3 people here that for some reason I was not able to send an email to, so I want to prepare you. You're going to get called on. Is it Madi? Where's Madi? There we go. Okay. You're thinking about your 1-minute story? Start thinking about your 1-minute story. And Ka, am I pronouncing that correctly? There you go, Kati. Start thinking about your 1-minute story. And Karen. Where's Karen? There's Karen. Karen's over here. Great. Start thinking about your 1-minute story. Okay. Nicole. Good. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Excellent. Just start. All right. Hold it close.
Okay.
Who's here with you today?
My mom, Beth, and then 2 of my family friends, Julie and Kirk.
Excellent. We know Kirk. Oh, yeah. All right. Excellent. And where'd you go to high school?
I went to high school at Centennial High School.
Perfect. Where are you going to college, or where do you go to college?
I'm going to college at MTSU.
Excellent. What do you study?
I'm studying criminal justice with a focus on emergency management and homeland security.
And what's your mile? How fast can you run a mile?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't tried. I need to.
Is there a different time for ladies? For women, is it different? It's the same one. You got 8 minutes.
Okay.
Better start working on it. All right. What are you gonna do after college?
My goal after college is to find a career in which I can help people and just make a difference. I think it's so important to the community, and I really look forward to it.
Like criminal justice.
Yeah, criminal justice, anything in there. I'm open to learning more about all these different career fields. There's so many.
Yeah, there are. Great. You got a 1-minute story for us?
I have a 1-minute story kind of about how I got into criminal justice. Kind of what made me
Come
choose-
back here.
Kind of what made me choose it. So when I was working at my job, one of the jobs I had, someone came in, they're just kind of stuffing stuff in bags, and then they come up to the door because we were closing. So I went to go open the door for one of our customers, And then she starts rushing at the door, trying to open it. And then someone told me to step back. And then after I stepped back, an undercover cop kind of flashed his badge. So then the second she walked out the door, they got her, arrested her, and then we just kind of casually closed the door, picked up the stuff, kind of let them do their thing, waited for customers to like clear it so customers could leave, and then got to have interactions with the police that were there, learn more about it, and kind of interesting and kind of made me want to do criminal justice. Yeah.
What if that person had run?
They would have got them.
Oh.
They're fast.
You wouldn't have got.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'd say they're what?
All right. Okay, you want to do trivia?
Trivia? My question?
Thing we've been doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Now we need somebody this spot. Okay, here we go. We need someone 1968. Again, or 50s, mid 50s. Yeah. No. 18 and 60-ish. So 1960, 55 to 70. I knew this one. I know all of them. These are all. I obviously watched too much television because I knew all of them. Well, that's true. That is a good point. I didn't know all the ones for the kids, I promise you. But all right, come on. Somebody who was born in the 60s or 50s or 60s. I'm going to pick someone. And I'm picking you. Were you born in the 60s? You look young. Oh, you were. Okay. All right, you ready? All right, here we go. Now you go over there so we can struggle.
I am blue. We're all good.
All right, here we go.
1973, which martial arts legend starred in the film Enter the Dragon?
I don't know. I don't think I know.
Any other things? Who starred in Enter the Dragon? Martial arts in 1973. I kind of feel like martial arts in 1973.
All right, okay, here we go. Here's what else I had. All right, it's for you. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. What is the most used?
What is the most used resale / secondhand app or website that is used by like 18-year-olds or Gen Z?
No, I didn't know this. This was this question, right? Yeah. No, you did some research. You didn't know? Okay. And this is like for secondhand clothing? Okay. Okay. All right. What do you think? No. Okay. Any other? I didn't know this, and I got a 13-year-old buy secondhand clothing. Yeah. No, apparently not. Are you sure that's not? I mean, I'm not even sure you know. Okay. What? No, we lose. All right. So now, obviously, you know this because you wrote the question. Does any other student know this? Any student? Here we go. What was the question?
What is the most used secondhand / resale website used by Gen Z?
Apparently, it's Depop. Anybody heard of Depop? All right. Well, apparently we need to learn more about Depop. Thank you. Thank you. Have a seat. Thanks for being here. Okay. Now. Am I pronouncing it correctly? I did. Yeah. Okay. Where did you go to high school? Sorry, I was just reading right off your tag. Okay.
I went to John Overton High School, and I see two people from John, Vivian and just Vivian, I think. But yeah.
Excellent. What year did you graduate?
I graduated this year.
This year. Great. Where are you going to go to college?
I'm going to UT to study international relations and political science, and like hopefully become an immigration lawyer.
Okay.
So I finished law school.
Okay. Excellent. My son wants to do law school. Excellent. And did you bring someone? These your people?
No.
Okay. All right.
Sorry
No
about
problem.
that.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
apparently you did bring some people. Good.
Yeah.
Excellent. What do you want to? Do you want to do law, immigration law?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. You got a 1-minute story for us?
Yeah. So basically, this is how like I came to the United States. So back 24 parents immigrated here, and sadly, like we didn't have like time. Oh yeah, Iraq. Yeah. So we we left our the rest of our family there. We just me and my parents and my brother. And they did not know any English, so I was the one who like helped them with every single thing. And once we came here, we became familiar with the area, and later on they really counted on me. They would always like ask me questions how to do like certain applications. And I actually since my mom was also a lawyer back in Iraq, her degree didn't even count. So basically I just like helped her like retail, and he also like applied to a job. Both of them work. They used to, but yeah, that's how like I helped them and everything. And later on, I knew like law was my thing because of my mom inspired me because she was an attorney, and yeah, she studied really hard. She was in top of her class, and she really has like high hopes on me of becoming a successful lawyer and become any lawyer that I want. And
Did your a lot of people who immigrated from Iraq help our soldiers when they were there, and that yeah,
for a bit, yeah, I think
yeah.
so.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for. I know it's very dangerous for him to help, and that's
yeah.
a lot of pressure on you to.
I know, and his dad like died during the war. So
Yeah.
it was really sad for him, and
yeah,
it was a real hard time for him, and I just felt really bad. And we like talk like about it every single day, and he just hopes that me and my brother like become successful and like make both of our parents proud.
I'm sure you will. Thank you for coming. I'm so glad you're coming. All right. Okay, Kati is right over here. You ready to follow that? Has to stand up. Excellent. Okay. Where'd you go to high school?
I went to John Overton High School.
Excellent. That was the one you were looking for. You were like, yeah, she was behind you. That's why you didn't see her. Yeah. What year did you graduate?
I graduated 2023.
2023. Excellent. You've been here before. I remember you. Where do you go to college?
I go to Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt. Yay. Go Doors. Sorry, I went to Vanderbilt. What do you study?
I'm studying molecular and cellular biology.
You did well in Bio 100, didn't you? Oh, I helped you. I lowered the curve. Yeah. I'm sorry. What was it again? Biolog. What are you studying? I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
Molecular and cellular biology.
Wow. Okay. And what do you want to do with that?
Go to med school.
Of course. Yeah. And what do you do outside of school?
Outside of school, well, last fall I was working as a medical assistant,
Mhm.
and then this semester I joined a research lab, so I'm working with that.
Okay. Cool. What are you researching?
RTK, so receptor tyrosine kinases.
Okay. You could have
That's
just
it.
said you won't understand. All right. Tell us a 1-minute story.
This summer, well, actually last week, I was in the UK for like an immersive experience. So I got to see the culture, the food, which was okay, but I learned a lot. I went to like the Stonehenge, learned a lot about the history and the museum. So that was amazing.
Nobody goes to Great Britain for the food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Excellent. Well, thank you so much. Okay. So we're out of time for trivia. I'm sorry. You don't get to embarrass one of us, but thank you so much for coming. We appreciate it. And Karen's hiding over here, right? All right. Coming over to see Karen. Here's your microphone.
Everyone, can y'all hear me through? I hope this y'all can hear me. But I'll be an upcoming senior next year. My name is Karen. I'm studying at MTSU, criminal justice major. Any other questions?
You seem to be doing fine without me. I was just going to let you run. The standard questions are, who's with you today?
So I'm here with my mom, Alma Delia, and then also my godfather, Luis. So they're with me for today.
Excellent. Where'd you go to high school?
I went to John Overton High School.
Another Overton over here.
Yeah.
Where do you go to school? You already did that?
Yeah. So I go to MTSU, Middle Tennessee State University. I'm also double minoring in forensic anthropology and graphic design print. Pretty involved in school. Really involved. Like I'm a student government association as a senator. I'm also a part of Blue Elite, so I do tour guides on campus, talk to prospective students, sell meal plans over the summer for internships. As you guys can tell, I really like being involved in my community and helping out anywhere where I can. I did AK Size. This is my freshman year, and they kind of helped me out with like social media marketing, be able to market, branding. And then La Comunidad has helped me when it came to like helping out with my community, of course, and also being able to like introduce more like Latinos within like the college industry, of course, like, you know, going into the college, learning how everything kind of works out, and also like exploring that education instead of just going to the work. But yeah, that's kind of more into like what I've been doing.
Got a 1 minute story?
Yes. Okay.
Got to get really close. Like if you can't hear yourself in the background,
I got
we
you.
can't hear you.
You're right. You're right. Okay. So, talking about social media marketing, and I'm doing graphic design. So this semester, well, last semester, I took a class about police administration and organization. So kind of how that works with management, police workers and everything. But basically, I got a really good connection with one of my professors called Ben Steckel, and he was doing a conference over the summertime about criminology and also like case like hotspot crime mapping and everything. So I kind of helped out like with the design for his conference. So it'll be out in I think the end of this week. So hopefully his conference goes well. But I had a really good.
Thank you very much. All right. Thank you, Karen. Okay. Look at that. We are going to finish this. Now, where is my unlucky test subject? Here she is. Patty, right? Okay. Okay, there you go. Here, come on over here. Come on over here. Okay. Patty, what's your name?
My name's Patty.
Where'd you go? Oh, who's here with you today?
My sister Zuri.
Hi, Zuri. All right. Where'd you go to high school?
Went to John Overton High School.
Excellent. Where are you going to go to college?
I'm going to Belmont University.
Excellent. And what are you going to do?
I'm
there?
majoring in biology on a pre-dental track.
Yeah, that's such a great job. I've got to think every time I go to my dentist, I'm like, this is a great job because they come in for like 1 minute.
Yeah.
Like some other nice person does all the work. And then she comes in. I go see Dr. Ahmad over at Brentwood Dental Excellence. Anyone else go there? She's great. And she comes in for like a minute, asks me about my kids while she's poking. I always think that's funny. Will you poke people in the mouth and ask them questions at the same time? Because I was like, I'm supposed to do here. Okay. All right. What do you do? Activities outside of school?
I love reading. I got my pharmacy tech certification, so I'm gonna start working as a pharmacy tech soon.
Nice.
Trails, walk, all that, being
Yeah.
outside. Yeah. Oh, can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Career goals?
To be a dentist,
Thank God.
hopefully open up my own practice one day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's hear a 1 minute story.
Okay, 1 minute story. Well, next week I'm actually starting school next Friday, so I'm moving into my dorm at Belmont. So I'm kind of getting a head start at school, and then I think every Friday, starting when I start next Friday, we're doing community service Fridays. So I'm really excited for that. So,
That's the wrong answer.
oh yeah, I gave you a different answer.
Yeah.
Okay, another story.
Yeah, I built a joke around your answer, so you have to give me your answer.
Okay, this happens to me all the time. So whenever I'm out somewhere, and for example, at school, whenever I'm walking down the hall, say someone's coming this way, they'll be waving, and I automatically assume they're waving at me, so I'll always like wave, and then turns out they're never waving at me, so then I'll just like wave to the air and pretend that I'm just waving to the air, like, oh yeah, I didn't mean to wave back at you. So,
That was the story. Thank you
Yeah,
for telling that story. And here's why I needed you to tell that story. We've all done that. The other famous one is when you like are at the you're taking Uber to the airport, right? And the last thing the Uber driver says to you is "Have a nice flight," and you say, "You too," right? Exactly. Yeah, yeah. We've all done that too. However, while that is a very common experience, it was a little too common. I need you to have a more exciting story.
Yeah.
So, in order to help you,
Okay.
I'm going to give you a more exciting story.
Okay.
So the next time someone says like, tell me like some crazy thing that happened to you that was embarrassing or interesting or memorable, you're going to say this. All right, are you ready?
Here.
Okay. So we're going to do trivia, and this is a song. All right. So we're going to do a song from a previous year, and you're going to do a song from 2020 that you recognize. It's extremely popular, #1 song in 2020 by far. It was a little bit dirty. I do not know. Before you start writing letters, this was the #1 song in 2020 by a mile. It was on the radio all the time. Okay, so I'm going to have her read this, and I'm going to have her beep out every word that is remotely inappropriate. Okay, even remotely inappropriate. So if you decide to write a letter, just how do you spell your name?
P-E-R-I.
Yeah, write it to her because she's the one who said it, not me. All right, now who are we playing against? Playing against 1983. Who was born like 1970, 1965, somewhere? 68. Perfect. Our president. Stand up. Yeah. How's your pop music? 2020.
It's all terrible.
It's good. Okay, now you read this. You recognize it already?
Ready? Yeah.
All right. So I beeped out all the remotely inappropriate words, but I stress this was on the radio like every other minute in 2020. Okay.
Ready? Beep in this house. There's some beep in this house. I said certified beep 7 days a week. Beep, beep, beep. Make that beep, beep, week, woo.
All right, now this song is so dirty. You can't even say the title. It was known by 3 letters, which are obviously an acronym for the title. What are the 3 letters that represent the name of the song? Do not say the name of the song. The cops will show. Are there decency laws? There are decency laws in Brentwood. Do not say the name of it.
I only listen to gospel music.
I am like 100% certain this was not on the gospel tip.
I have no earthly idea.
Members know, do not say the names. The letters, W-A-P. You want to know what that means? Look it up later.
Is that the name of the band?
Name of the song. Yeah, look it up later. Don't say it out loud. Okay, great. Now, big finish. This is one we all. Are you ready? Okay, you ready? Here we go. All right. Now, you're gonna read, Steve. You're gonna read. This is the first. Yeah, get your reader. I need them too. There's no shame. You're gonna read this. This is the first verse of the #1 television show in 1983. All right. So you can sing it if you want to, and then you're gonna have to say the refrain, the very famous refrain. 1983 television. You got it? You watch any 1983 television?
I don't think so, but we'll see.
All right, go ahead.
Sing the refrain to this.
Those are the direct.
Where do I start? Making your way. Okay. Making your way in the world today. Take everything you've got. Take a break from all your worries. Sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Oh, I know that.
You better.
I have no idea.
No idea.
No idea.
Okay, how about this? How about we're gonna help you because 90% of this room does recognize this, right? Okay, we're gonna sing it.
Okay.
We're gonna sing it. Okay. All right, I'm a terrible singer, but I'll sing the first line to sort of get the melody. You ready? All right, here we go. Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got.
Taking a break from all your worries
sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Bum, bum, bum.
Still no idea.
Anyone on the SIN team?
Who wants to help? Who wants to help?
Students, Kip, students.
Anyone know?
All right, adults, here we go. We're gonna sing it. Wouldn't you like to get away? Do you want to go where everybody knows your name? Bum, 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 bum. All right. Oh, can you keep going? You want to go?
Hey, good, Keely.
All right, President, what was that television show?
It was Cheers, right?
Thank you. All right. 2 points for the members. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for playing. The clip of you doing the beep, beep, beep is going to be on the internet forever. Thank you so much, students, for coming and sharing. Sybil has closing words.
I'm going to say is we have 3 videos, and I'd still like to show them. And if you need to leave, I think they're worth seeing.
Okay.
Okay, let's run them.
Let's see them.
Run them. They're not that long, but they're so impressive.
Hello, Rotary Club of Brentwood. I'm so sorry I couldn't make it to your luncheon today. I'm currently studying abroad in Nice, France, for Russian through Duke. Since we obviously can't go to Russia right now, this is the next best option. Has a ton of Russian speakers and a huge expat community, so I'm definitely learning a lot. I wanted to say thank you so much for making this year possible. I have had the best first 2 semesters at Duke, and it's all thanks to your support. I would love to share a little bit with you guys about what I've been up to. I started out my journey at Duke in the fall with orientation. I was definitely nervous about my new environment, but I made tons of new friends and really stepped out of my comfort zone. In the first semester, I was a part of a program called Focus, where each cohort focuses on a set of interdisciplinary subjects, both inside and outside of their classes. I was in the Ethics, Leadership, and Global Citizenship focus. I absolutely loved my cohort and all of my classes. One of the highlights was taking a group trip to DC together. In the spring semester, I realized that a lot of the problems that I was interested in are solved through monetary and fiduciary mindsets. So I decided to take an intro to economics course and ended up loving it. I then joined some new clubs at Duke, including Business Oriented Women, Duke Consulting Club, and European Business Society, so I could learn more about social impact oriented problem solving in the business world. So far, I've worked on a couple of projects and I've really enjoyed it. For the next semester, I've joined the Ethics Living Learning community with many of my focus friends so that we will all be living and studying together next year in the same dorm. Duke has definitely been a strong academic challenge with lots of hard work and studying. I have never studied more in my life than for classes like Intro to International Relations and U.S. Foreign Policy. I have learned a ton about archival and advanced research through my classes like art history and writing, and I have actually decided to double major in economics and political science with a minor in Russian as I continue my studies. Duke has been the place where I feel like I've really found my community. Not only have I met Natasha Bedingfield and a few lemurs at the Duke Lemur Center, but I've also met some of my best friends that I know I'll have for life. I can't wait to continue this journey with Duke in the future. As for this summer, in a few weeks, I'll be finishing up my courses in Nice, and then I'll be going to work with United Way of Greater Nashville as a marketing intern. I'm very excited to get some hands-on experience while also giving back to our Nashville community. As for post-graduation, I'm still figuring out what I want to do. However, I'm leaning towards public sector or social impact consulting as a way to combine my interests in economics and political science. I'm going to end this video by just expressing how grateful I am for the support of Rotary Club. I have had an amazing first year at Duke, and it would not have been possible without your support. I hope you have a great luncheon, and thank you so much again.
Hey guys, my name is Drew Caro. I went to Brentwood High School. I received the Rotary Scholarship last year, and I just finished my freshman year at Auburn University. I just want to start off and thank the Rotary Scholarship because none of my freshman year would have been possible without their financial and moral support. Just knowing that I had a group back home really, really meant a lot to me. Just that they were rooting for me and everything that I did. I cannot be in attendance today because I'm serving at Carolina Point, which is a Young Life camp for this summer, but I am definitely missing it and appreciate all of y'all showing up. I'll start with a few things that I got involved with freshman year. I got involved with Auburn University's SGA. The Student Government Association selects 56 rising freshmen to represent the freshman class out of the 6,000 that there are in, and I passed the interview process to get to be one of those 56. We had weekly meetings and performed Serve, Promote, Unify, which is Auburn University's student governance motto project to kind of gather a bunch of feedback from the freshman class that was very successful. Another organization I got involved with is Auburn University's Financial Management Association, which is within the College of Business. It's kind of the top honor society for finance students, and I got in as a new candidate and passed the interview process for the second time, so I'm a member now. And that kind of looked like weekly information sessions, an online career prep course, and just a ton of resources to help kids get placed in investment banking and private wealth, which I think is super awesome, meant a lot to me. Freshman year, I was in the honors college both semesters. I'm still in it. I was on the dean's list both semesters, kept a 4.0, joined Creek Life, which helped a lot with finding friends freshman year. And I'll kind of recap everything with favorite memory from freshman year, which was definitely when Texas A&M came in the fall for football season, and we beat them. They were ranked 15 in the country. We were unranked, and we all got to storm the field. It was awesome. Just a really fun moment. I just want to thank the Rotary again for an awesome freshman year and their support behind that. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Jessie Kai and I just finished my sophomore year at Princeton, where I'm on the pre-medical track, and I recently declared a major in neuroscience and minor in classics. So this past year I've continued to be involved with the computational memory lab and volunteering with Alzheimer's Buddies. I'm part of our Civic Leadership Council and undergraduate research journal as well. And I think this year I've also gotten the chance to be more involved with our classics club, where I'll be serving as co-president next year. But this summer, I'm planning on continuing to work at the Heritage, where I help out with residents in memory and Alzheimer's care. And at the end of the summer, I'm also planning on taking the MCAT exam for medical school. But I'm sorry I couldn't join in person today. I'm currently also interning at the Neurodynamics lab at Vanderbilt, so I will be in lab. But sort of what we're looking at is focusing on integrating brain networks with neuroimaging to hopefully learn more about Alzheimer's that way. But thank you so much to the Rotary Club for their continued support in allowing me to pursue these things. And good luck to this year's recipients.
Good afternoon, members and friends of the Brentwood Rotary Club. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you today, but I hope the short video gives me a chance to express my gratitude for your support and share a bit about what I've been up to. When I filmed my last update, I just started my co-op at Dow Chemical in West Virginia, and at the end of the last summer, I think it's safe to say I will not become a chemical engineer anytime soon. However, it was a valuable experience nonetheless. In my time there, I performed a financial evaluation of the logistics department, scoped out an underwater pipeline repair project, and even got to sit in on an audit. I know, thrilling. But for all the safety assessments, procedure reviews, and budget meetings, Dow did have its perks, namely their own train, which I got to drive for an evening, and box seats at the local minor league stadium. After Dow, I headed to San Diego for a fall co-op with ATA Engineering, an aerospace consulting firm, and it was a blast. I worked on a materials analysis project developing and refining machine learning scripts, and was even cited in the paper Multi-Scale Model Generation for as-built composites via uncertainty or analysis of X-ray computed tomography, presented at the US ACA 48th Annual Conference on Composites, Materials, and Structures. Shout out to my project manager, Reed, for giving me far more credit than I deserve. Not only did I thoroughly enjoy my work, but I got to explore SoCal and the surrounding area with my fellow co-ops. We went skydiving, attempted surfing with mixed results, and visited a ton of parks. I got to see one of my favorite bands, the Beach Boys, perform live on the beach, and I was unable to recruit any of my roommates to join the local swing dance club. Given the chance, I would have extended this co-op for another semester in a heartbeat. But as Robert Frost likes to say, nothing gold can stay. And so in January, it was time to return to the frozen tundra of West Lafayette. This past semester was my first in Purdue School of Mechanical Engineering, and while it was considerably more challenging than last year, it was a rewarding term. Some highlights include our Mechie design class, where we designed a Purdue-themed hammer for our aluminum stock, and my electrical engineering class, where we made a 3-band audio equalizer, which I used to play some Duran Duran in the lab when I finally finished at 10:30 p.m. on a Sunday. Outside the classroom, I continue to perform with my improv comedy troupe at Liberation and dance with Purdue's Night Train Lindy Hop Club. As for the summer, I've already begun my second term at ATA at the regional office in Washington, D.C., where I will continue my machine learning work and hopefully pick up some new projects along the way. As I sit here, though, I can't help but think I wouldn't be here without your support. Once again, thank you all so much. This scholarship has truly opened doors I never imagined, and I'm incredibly grateful. Lastly, to this year's recipients, congratulations! You're in for a heck of a ride, but of course, it's what you make of it. Take every opportunity that comes your way, even the weird ones. They make the best stories. And if you ever find yourself driving a train or jumping out of a plane, just remember, it's probably still safer than your first thermal exam. Best of luck, and I hope to see you again next year.
All right, I want to thank all the recipients for being here as well as the guests. We're very appreciative that you can come, and we do wish you the best. We'd like to, Rotarians, help pick up chairs, stack them in 8 away from the walls, and we are adjourned. You all have a wonderful weekend. Oh, and don't forget, recipients, please come up for pictures. This year's recipients, come up for some pictures.
Hey, thanks so much.
And you have the parents rather than paying for you, but the language thing, so common. Yeah, and then they make these huge sacrifices, all with the hope that you'll make good for them. Yeah, that is a lot of pressure. I mean, it is hard enough to be 18 or 25, yeah, without all of that on top of it, right? Sure, yeah, I'm hoping, bring all of my family, like, back in Iraq here. There's my grandma, she's been like dealing with a lot of like depression because of her, that's, with her husband. Yeah. So I'm gonna bring them all, like, hopefully when I get like a better like job and like, after like, law school on college, hopefully like I can come back, like, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Do we need to just change the line?